So today we're looking at these things called polynomials. You have seen polynomials before, I just don't think we've used that terminology quite yet, so that might be new. So a polynomial is an expression, okay? So it's gonna have numbers, variables, exponents, only positive exponents though, okay? Positive exponents, and then it'll have addition, subtraction, or multiplication signs. We will not have division with polynomials, okay? So some examples are a 4x squared, 4x to the fourth, 4x to the fourth plus 7, 4x to the fourth plus 7 minus 5az cubed, okay? So all of these are different examples. We can name the polynomials by the number of terms, okay? And a term is separated by addition and subtraction signs. So we can separate them by addition or subtraction signs. So because there's only one term, we call this a monomial. Because we have 4x to the fourth plus 7, we have 2 terms, so we call it a binomial. I like to think about how a bicycle has 2 wheels, so a binomial equals 2 terms. Then we have a trinomial, which is 1, 2, 3 terms, okay? So again, kind of like the bicycle, a tricycle has 3 wheels, so a trinomial will have 3 terms. And then if it has 4 or more, we're just gonna call it a polynomial, okay? So we can classify and name the polynomial. We can also find the degree of the polynomial. And the degree is literally just taking the sum of the exponents, okay? So we look right here for a term, we take the sum. So because it's 6x to the 8th, this 8 tells us we have a degree of 8, okay? Here we have negative 2x to the 6th, y cubed, z. Okay, so this z is actually to the power of 1, so we're going to say we have 6 plus 3 plus 1 and a degree of 10 for the second polynomial. If you have just a number, no variable, the degree is 0, okay? That's how it'll always be. The degree always equals 0 if it's just a plain number. So we can find the degree of a term, and then to find the degree of a polynomial, we're just gonna say what the highest one is. Okay, so 2x to the 5th means it has a degree of 5, 2x to the 6th, y cubed, z to the 1st has a degree of 10, and then x to the 6th, y to the 4th, z to the 1st has a degree of 11, so the whole degree of the polynomial is 11. Okay. So that was quick introduction. We're going to practice it. We're going to identify the polynomial as a monomial, binomial, trinomial, or polynomial, and then we're going to state the degree. Okay. So this one, we have one term, which means it is a monomial. And then since it is just a number, our degree equals 0. In this next example, we have one term, so it is a monomial. And then since it has this exponent 6, our degree equals 6. In this next example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Okay, so that means we're going to say it's just a polynomial. And then we look, our highest degree is, or our highest exponent is 4, so our degree equals 4. And our last example, we have 1, 2, 3 terms. So because we have 3 terms, we have a trinomial. And then our highest exponent is this 3, so our degree equals 3. Okay. So just identifying parts of these expressions and these polynomials is something we can do. The next thing we could also do is add or subtract polynomials. So that's something we're going to add to today's. You've done this. You've added and subtracted polynomials. We need to look for like terms, okay? So they're monomial terms that are either identical or only differ in the coefficient. Remember, that's the number in front of variable. Okay, so 3p and negative 5p are like terms because their variable and exponent are the exact same. And then 2xy squared and 8xy squared are going to be like terms because they have the same x squared y, just their coefficient of 2 and 8 differ. To add or subtract polynomials, we're going to combine like terms. So in this first one, we can look at here, we have 8x plus 6 plus x minus 8. So we're going to find our like terms. I either color code or I will do different shapes around them. So I see I have an 8x and a positive x. So that means I have 8 plus 1, so 9x. And then we have a positive 6 and a negative 8. So 6 minus 8 is going to be negative 2. Okay, so all we're doing is just combining and adding those like terms. If we go to this next one, we will have, we look and see what our like terms are. So we have 5x to the fourth and 2x to the fourth. So 5 plus 2 is going to give us 7x to the fourth. Notice our exponents don't change, only the numbers in front are changing. And then we also have a negative 5x cubed and a positive 2x cubed. So if I have negative 5 of these and I add 2, it will give us negative 3x cubed. This next one, so I am working, I'm going this way now, I'm sorry. We're going to have to distribute first. Okay, so we're going to have negative 4 plus 16n plus 8 plus 6n. Okay, so when we distribute, we have all of those. And then we look for our like terms. So we have 16n and 6n, negative 4, positive 8. When we combine these, we get 4. When we combine negative 4 and positive 8, we're going to get 4. And then 16n plus 6n is going to give us 22n. Okay? Now, one thing we need to remember, and something special happens when so that was adding, okay? If we subtract, we have to distribute a negative 1 to the parentheses. Okay, because we are subtracting this whole thing here, so we have to distribute that negative or subtract both of them. So we have 4a minus 5, and then we have minus 3a minus 6. Okay, we distribute this negative to both of them. Essentially, that just means change the signs. So then once we distribute and change the signs in the second parentheses, we're just going to combine like terms. So we have 4a and 3a, negative 5, negative 6. So 4a plus 3, minus 3a is going to give me 1a. And then negative 5 minus 6 is going to give us negative 11. I'm sorry, you guys couldn't see that. So basically 4a minus 3a, we're going to get 1a, and then negative 5 minus 6, negative 11. This next example we have, we're going to distribute this negative, so we have negative 4x squared, and then we're going to distribute it to the negative 7. We're going to change that sign so it becomes positive, okay, because a negative times a negative will give us a positive. Then we look for our like terms. Nothing is like with 6x. We have 9 and 7. And then we're going to have minus 4x squared at the end. Okay, so you're just looking for those like terms and combining them so it is in simplest form.